Hi guys, this is Allison Pryor. We're going to do our lesson 2 on our cabin. And what I'm going to do is we're going to draw our cabin out. And you're going to need a ruler and you're going to need some chalk or a pencil. So what I want to do is, first of all, draw our cabin out. So I'll take this out of the way. And what we'll do is we'll take our ruler and I'm going to move my cabin over a little ways, because if you center it, it's nice and everything, but if you want to go the way painting is, you go by rule of thirds. And rule of thirds is like this. You take your focal point and you put it over in one of these sections, which is not totally in the center. You like to off to the side a little bit so that it looks much better. And that's where you will put most of your focal points, which will be a house or a person or a dog or an animal. And I'm going to draw this out here on my canvas. And all you have to do, if you don't want to measure, you can just take your, I'll do it here. Take, like you're making the letter A. That will be the front of the house, and then you would just take a line down and another line down, and that will be the front of your house. And a little ways down on your roof you come over and you slant out this way, and then you come straight down and then come over. So that's how you would draw your cabin if you want to do it freehand. But if you want to, you can also take your chalk and your ruler, and you can come into your painting and probably go up. We're going to come down a little to the grass, and you come up about 3 inches. And you come up 3 inches and you draw a line. You just make a mark where you're going to have, so it's 3 inches from here to here. So then you can draw underneath here. I'm just measuring up what I think would be good size. So you can have any size you want. So then I will draw a line under here about 5 inches, okay? Then you can draw your side of your house another 2 inches. So measure 2 inches and draw a line, okay? And then you would measure this line here is about another 4 inches, and you would draw your line again down here. Now if it's not perfectly straight, we'll straighten all it up after. And then the other side roof is another 4 inches. Like I said, you can draw freehand and just make it as big as you want or as small as you want. It doesn't matter. And then the roof coming out here is about 3 inches. You draw your line over here, and this line going down here is about 2 inches. So that's another line. And then you come over underneath the roof another 3 inches. This part here, that comes down about 3 inches when you come out here on top of this roof here. And down here it's about 1.5 inches. And then you just join up your lines. And that's it. There's your house. Now hopefully you understood that. Like I said, if I just put some measurements on it just to try and get it in proportion. But you can draw freehand and put your cabin on there. Come down a little bit into your grass, and that way you're up into your sky a little bit. Now to make this easy for you, I am going to paint that cabin all black just to get it started, okay? So we'll go black. Pure black, okay? And you paint it in black, see? And then you get up against your, I just got a flat brush here. So keep those chalk lines so you'll know where one begins and one ends. Chalk is good because if you make a mistake, you can always wipe it out with a damp brush, a damp clean brush. And a pencil, you can use a pencil because you can erase it if you make a mistake. And so we'll just fill all this in. And I don't know what it's going to look like on the side because I did it in the middle, but it should look much better. When something is dead center, it doesn't look as nice as the rule of thirds when you put it to the left or to the right more. So you'll notice in a lot of paintings, a lot of them are not dead center. Okay, so now we got that much done, and then we'll just do the roof. So just paint that in. There we go. Now I'm going to change my brush in a minute because I want to get those lines better. Let me change it now. So what I'm going to change my brush to is a flat sable brush or a synthetic brush. And look, you see it's got a really nice thin top to it. It's chiseled edge. And those chiseled edges are great for getting your lines straight. Alright. So also I took my paints and I sprayed them a little bit so they wouldn't dry so fast. So let's see now. Let's get our chiseled brush out. And now you'll see, I use my arm to steady me. So you'll see you can go right up against that line and make it much straighter. Okay, see? It's a chiseled edge brush. And we will adjust anything that needs to be adjusted. Alright, so don't worry too much because we do have a lot of things to do. A lot of adjusting and a lot of highlights. And alright, so that's better there. And then you're going to do your roof over here. Just do it all in black for now. Now I know the roof in the other painting was straight down, but this would make it the proportions better, perspective. Alright, so I'm sitting on the side here, so like I keep saying, I'm sitting in an awkward position, so it's a little harder for me to. Sometimes if you use you stand up. But I'm not going to stand up because I'll only be in the way. So let's get that on. Alright. We're getting there. So let's get this one in here. Good. Now you're just getting the shape now, okay? So don't worry if everything's not perfectly straight or you get a little bit of crookedness in there. We'll straighten all that up after. So there we go. I might show you certain ways that you can do it to get your lines straight. I'll show you that after. Let's just get this painted in first so we can see the shape of the cabin and see how it looks. Now, if you don't like the way it looks, once you paint this black, it's going to be really difficult to move it around or change it all up unless you start all over. So try it. Hopefully you can go in the center if you want to. It's up to you. It's your painting. But if you want to go by how paintings are done and if you want to learn new things, then the rule of thirds is really good because you know where to place your focal points. Now, we'll get that done. Good. Now we know. Don't worry about the bottom too much because there's going to be grass and stuff around there. So now we have that much done. And let me get this shaped up a little bit better for you. Alright. So I'm going to come down here, my chisel edge. There we go. Now I'm going to take my time, I'm not going to rush through it, so hopefully you got patience. Alright, so here we go, and that line there. Now, it looks better. Good. So there's the cabin. I just moved it over a small bit, moved it up and down, up and over a little bit just to get perspective. And if you look at it and you see that it looks off a little bit, you can always straighten it up. We can do that after when we start putting in the highlights. Okay. So I'm just going to straighten up my roof. Now it's good to have a crooked roof because this is actually an old cabin, and maybe the roof is starting to collapse. Who knows? Who knows? Anything could be happening to this cabin. It's a pretty old cabin sitting in the woods. Alright, that's that much. Now, good. So you do that. Fill it all in. Very nice. All right. So next what we're going to do, we're going to take our, I have a brush here, and it's called a rake brush. Now if you don't have a rake brush, it's like that, see the bristles? So if you don't have one of those, you can make one. You can make one by just cutting out, taking a flat brush and just cutting out some of the bristles so that they're separated, okay? And if you don't have one of those, just use a regular flat bristle brush, and you still do okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add some highlights to the cabin. So all I'm going to do right now is make a gray color, and I'm going to add a bit of white and a bit of black, and I might even add a little bit of blue to it so it won't be so black. And see how this brush gives those lines? Now this is only one coat. We're going to be doing like several, okay? So right now we're just going to make some lines, some old, oh, there we go. Touch and pull. Now you can do this with a flat brush. Like I said, don't panic if you don't have everything that I say to use, because there's always ways around it. So you just touch anywhere. You can start in the middle here if you like, and come down. Alright? And come down. And you'll see that it's a little dark, so I'm going to lighten up a bit more for you, because we're going to be doing several layers, okay? So let's go with this too much so far. So just come down, pull down. No, don't scrub all around everywhere, just pull down. From the top to the bottom. Top to the bottom. There we go. And like I said, we'll be doing several coats of this before we get it the way we want it, okay? Now, keep going down, down, right to the end. I may make the light come from the right and the light will come over to the left, so then the light will be shining on this side. This side may be darker and this side will be lighter, so I'll show you all that as we go along. So here we go. So just keep pulling down from the top down, top down. Get more paint. You're going to have to reload several times. Alright, so pull down, pull down, pull down. Alright, so we'll keep doing that until we get it the way we want it. This is only just one coat, alright, so don't worry. So keep doing that until we get, because we're going to be doing some dry brushing too, so like I said, we don't have a rake brush, just use a regular flat brush. And very gently, don't scrub it in. Alright. So got some of that done there, and we'll do some over here. Don't worry about the windows or the doors yet. Let's just do this. Pull down. Good. Good, good, good. Alright, so pull down, pull down, pull down, pull down. Now this might look like, you know, obviously we're just putting it together right now, so don't worry too much. We will be doing several layers to get it the way we want it. Okay, while we're waiting for that to dry, take some, let's take some red paint. It could be crimson, could be any red that you have on hand. Like I said, there's no sense running out buying a big pile of colors until you know exactly what you need. I will make a list of colors that professional artists use in their paintings. You have beautiful colors. I will make a list of that for you, and I'll post it for you when I get a chance, hopefully in these lessons here. So I'm going to add some burnt umber to my red. Alright, a little bit of yellow. So that color should do for now. And we're going to take that and put it on the roof. So what we're going to do is take and pull down, There we go, just pull down, go with the shape of the roof. There we go. So we'll just do that for now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? See how I change my mind all the time? But I'm trying to, because I'm doing these on the fly, I do practice it first, as you could see with I did the other painting. But as I'm doing it, it's different when you're not on camera. You can take your time, but when I'm on camera, I have to just, sort of hurry up and get it done. Let's just take the red and put it on top of the roof here. Just put it on. You can go across or down. We'll put the highlights on after. Okay, so that's not bright enough. So I'll put the red on, a little bit of brown, a little bit of yellow. I may have to wait for the black to dry because it's just blending in with the black. So let's let that dry because I can't get it to come red yet. Okay, so we'll worry about that after. I'm not really worried about it. But you will be putting some red on there, okay? Now we can put on, let's put on a little chimney. How's that? Let's make a little chimney. Now you can take your chalk and draw a little chimney if you like. Just a little chimney on the side here. Straight line down, over, and on top and down. Just a little chimney. You're going to need a small brush. You're going to need a small brush for this because it's a small chimney. I'm just going to paint it black. Just a small brush. That's pretty small. You can a little bigger than that if you like. So just take your black and paint in your chimney. Alright. So your chimney is on the side of the house. That looks good. So there we go. A little chimney in your house. And I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit. So while we're waiting for that to dry, why don't we put in a little path? So what we'll do is we'll put in a little path, and all you have to do for your path is get a flat brush. You can get your flat chisel brush if you like, or a flat bristle brush. Either one is good. And then we will take some red and some brown, a little bit of white to change the value. You want values in your paintings. You need values in your paintings to make it more realistic, to get the shapes, okay? So different values. So a bit of white, a bit of brown, a bit of red, even a bit of blue, okay? So whatever color you want your path. See how that darkened up? So now you're going to add more white to change the value. So you got the dark value, and that's a medium value, and then you go lighter. So we'll go with the lighter value, and we'll take, we'll figure out where, if you want to, you can draw, you're going to have your door here, so we're going to draw a little path. You can use your chalk to give you some idea where you want your path to go, so let's just go right outside here. Alright, so just take it and curve it out, and curve it into your, and then take your brush and go back and forth. Go back and forth horizontal. Stay horizontal even though it looks like you should go make the turn, but just keep going horizontal, back and forth, back and forth. But that's a pink color. That's okay. That'll be an underpainting. Not to worry. So we'll take that and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Horizontal, horizontal. Stay horizontal. Horizontal. Stay horizontal. There we go. I know I have to guide you into it because your hand wants to go down this way, okay? But if you stay horizontal, you'll get much better results. Alright. So there we go. And now you can take that and you can highlight it with a lighter color, with your lighter value, because we're going to need values. Alright. We're going to put shadows and all kinds of things in this painting. So there we go, back and forth, back and forth. That might change as we go along. All I'm trying to do right now is get something in place so that you can at least see where things are and what they look like, okay? So don't worry too much about the colors right now. We're going to be putting shadows and pebbles and all kinds of stuff. So just say we have a little path going on there. So that's fine and dandy. So now, while that paint is starting to dry a little bit there, So what we'll do is we'll probably, just while we're waiting, we'll put some foliage or some trees. So I got a little, I'm going to try this to show you. You've probably seen it before. So I got a brush, a sponge. It's just, you can buy those at the craft store. And I want to spray it with water, just a little bit of water, because it's so hard dipping it into your jug with your brushes. So I'm just going to roll it around like that so I get sort of roundish. And then I'm going to dip it in some green. So I'm going to get my green ready. So we'll take some green. It can be phthalo green or hunter green or any dark green. So you tap into your green and you tap into a little bit of a dark color, which is probably a little bit of red to tone it down a bit. Tone it down a bit of red and a little tiny bit of blue. So we just have some different colors in there. Tap, 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 tap. So we get some nice colors going on there. Mixing your colors is really nice because it's not like, don't make it cartoony looking. So let's just tap on, let's see how this is going to work. I hope it works for you. So we're just going to tap on some foliage over here for now. Okay, so just tap on, see, that's cute. Okay, so now we're going to do some more on the other side. So we'll just tap on some here. Now we can be changing this up a little bit after because we got to add some flowers and all kinds of good stuff. So just tap those on. There we go. Simple as pie. So we'll leave that at that. If you want to add more, you certainly can. Just tap into your 3 different colors and just add a little bit of foliage and some color in there. Okay, so you can also then tap into a little bit of yellow if you like, just to tap it into those colors and just tap on a little bit more till you get what you're looking for. Okay, because we'll be fixing it. We'll be doing some more work with that in a little while. So we'll just have those little bits of foliage there. And then let's see if we can add some more highlights to your cabin. Now, get your rake brush or whatever brush you have on hand. As long as it's a flat brush, you're okay. I'll tell you what, I'll use a flat brush this time just to show you how it works, okay? So I'm just using a flat brush, just a regular flat Bristol brush. Alright? And then you're going to take your gray again. Take your gray, add a little bit of blue to it if you want, a little bit of red, purple it up a small bit. And your white, a little bit of, we don't want it too light yet. We want it light enough so that we can see it, of course. So now we'll just go down again. So your paint should be a little better, a little drier this time. So you just see how it still gives those streaks? And that's like, this is just a regular flat brush. So I really don't want you to feel, oh my god, I can't do the paintings, I don't have the right brushes. You are fine. You are fine. Okay, so come down, come down, come down. Good. So we're getting it, we're getting it. So, you know, even though, like I'm saying, I'm doing a video, so I may, you know, leave it at a certain point, but you can keep working on it when I change videos. Just stop and keep working on it until you get what you're looking for. Just go back on. I'm not pushing very hard, okay? Not pushing very hard at all. Alright. So you come down. So the light is shining in on this way. So I think maybe there might be more light on this side of the cabin. So if the light is coming in from the right, then the light may be over to the left more. You almost need to be out in the woods with the light shining on your cabin to see what it really looks like. But we have to just use our imagination for now. So we'll lighten it up a little bit over there. So you can lighten it up over there a little more with more white. Okay, see that? And then as you come over, just pull down some more, and you're getting some nice. There we go. Now try this one here. Same thing, just come down, make some old weathered wood. See how it makes it look like old weathered wood? Isn't that cool? Good. Now let's go for our red roof again. It's a bit of red and a bit of brown. Burnt umber. Red, burnt umber, a little bit of, let's go with that for now. Just put that on there. On top of your roof. There we go. Good. So we'll just get that, and now you can straighten up or do anything that you need. There we go. This brush might be a little big. If you have to change brushes, go for it. So you got your roof, and we're going to lighten that up. Okay, just take some more red, put some red on top of it. Okay, we'll just leave that for now until it dries a bit. We'll add, like I said, we're going to be adding layers and layers of paint to get it the way we want it, alright? See those chalk marks around there? If you've got chalk marks, all you need is a very clean brush, never been used, and you put that, dampen it up. Make sure it's not too wet. Make sure all your paint is dry before you do this. Okay, make sure your paint is dry. You want to take out those chalk marks. All you have to do is go over it with a damp brush. See, it takes it out. That's why I like using chalk, because if you make any mistakes, then you just clean it out like you're erasing it. Now, as long as your paint is dry, you won't have a problem. But if you've got some wet paint there, it's going to spread. So please make sure your paint is dry. Alright, we'll leave that for now because I've been working at it. Good. So that's not bad there now. We got that much done. So, let's see. Let's take a very small brush. A small, flat... Where's our chisel brush gone? Or even a small brush. No, my chisel brush. Okay, so here's my chisel brush. It's hiding. Come back here. Chiseled. Chisel brush. Take that and dip into a little black and blue and red. Make a dark shadowy color. That dark shadowy color, even if you just use purple color, dark purple color, that's nice too. See? Dark purple. You don't even need the black. So you do that underneath here just to straighten it up. Straighten up your line and straighten up your shadow. Just bring that down here and down here for your shadow. Good. Clean off your brush and then bring down some streaks into your cabin. I hope my head's not getting in the way. I can't see because the camera's behind me, so I'm hoping that that you can see this and that everything's okay. I'll find out after I look at it. And if you notice there might be some things there that, like my arm got in the way. But for me to have to repaint it and redo the video again, it takes so much time, and I want to get these out to you as fast as I can. So just as long as you're, you can see this and you can get your painting done. If you have a problem with anything that's really in your way, or you're having a real problem with my video or anything at all, let me know, and I will certainly either do another video or I'll guide you along. Okay, so please, these videos are for you. So you tell me what I need to do to make these better for you. Okay, I'm doing my best. But it's hard when you're sitting here in front of the camera and you don't know what's going on until you look at it. And then all this work is done, and it's really difficult. So I just want to explain that to you so you know that if there is anything that you need me to do, let me know. If there's something you can't understand or you can't see, or if I'm in the way and you missed a spot or whatever, let me know, and I'll definitely do either another video on that part or I'll guide you along. So, because I really want you to learn. I noticed a lot of people sending me their paintings, and they're amazing. I'm just so happy. This makes me very happy. So we'll do some